Hello, everyone. It is that time of year. It is the yearly anniversary. I guess an anniversary comes every year. It is the 6-year anniversary for Dead by Daylight. And for those of you who did not watch the anniversary stream or watch the video, we're going to go ahead and cut it down to you in nice bite-sized chunks for things that I think are probably important and cut out most of the fluff for you. So we know everybody hates reading, but what if there's some people who just really hate watching? So we're going to start doing, you hate watching? Well, we're going to watch it for you. For those who don't know, we do stream throughout the week on Twitch at twitch.tv/parkless. You can come on by, hang out, and ask questions, have a good time, all that fun stuff. Now, throughout this video, we're going to skip a lot of it. There's going to be cuts to parts that are important, speed through things that I don't think you care about, and hopefully get down to all the important information. So without further ado, let's get into the 6-year anniversary of You Hate Watching. All right, the first thing that we're going to look at is that they have partnered and are licensing out Funko Pops for Dead by Daylight. These little pop figurines are going to be showing up. The first 4 they're going to do are going to be Wraith, Doctor, Huntress, and Claudette. I don't know when they're going to be released, but you should see them coming in the future. All right, the next major thing they talked about is that they're doing a rework of the Raccoon Police Department. This should be coming out later in the fall, but they have not set a specific date. The next thing they talked about here are 3 major changes. They are going to do over 40 killer and survivor perk reworks. This should be coming out later in the summer. Most of the meta perks are going to change, such as Dead Hard, Decisive Strike, Borrowed Time, Barbecue and Chili, Pain Resonance, all that kind of stuff. So there's going to be a lot of meta perks that are going to change, and a lot of non-meta perks are going to change. Hopefully this will get us in the right direction to where all perks are close to balanced, or they're going to be actively trying to tweak all the perks throughout the entire time. So perks always get to see a chance to be played in game, and no one is usually super more powerful than another. The next thing they talked about, which is probably also going to come around in the summer, are prestige changes. So for those of you who don't know what they talked about, you're still going to be able to prestige your character, and it still should give you the same outfit rewards. However, when you hit prestige 1 for that character, the teachable perk for that character will be unlocked on all of your survivors or killers at rank 1. Prestige 2 should unlock all those perks at rank 2, and Prestige 3 should unlock all of those at rank 3. That way, all of your killers and survivors should have instant access to the teachable perks of that prestige character, and you won't have to hunt them down on your blood web. They didn't say anything about currently prestige characters, other than more than likely all those perks will be added to whoever you have currently and what prestige they are. They also said that you will be able to prestige higher than prestige 3. It won't do anything additional other than just show off, I guess. There could be possible cosmetics in the future. They didn't really talk anything about that. And then finally, there is going to be a change in the Maurys. This should come out around Halloween of this year, 2022. And so what they're talking about is, instead of Maurys being an offering, it's going to be at the end of the game, the last remaining survivor, you won't be able to give the hatch anymore, because as soon as you down them, it instantly goes into the killer's Maury animation and just kills them by hand. So there's nothing you have to do for it, but there's no more letting survivors go and having fun with that. We'll see how this plays out. There's probably going to be a PTB on it and some testing in the future, but we will see how that goes. All right, now the biggest thing that they announced is the release of the 6.0.0 PTB, which has the new DLC that has the new Killer the Dredge, the new Survivor, the new map. However, there are a lot of other things that have been added and will be changed once 6.0.0 comes out and subsequent patches in the future. The first thing is the overlay change for the main menu. So everything is moved to the side now on the left. It's a little cleaner. Also, in the PTB and for the future, they announced that you'll be able to have preset loadouts. There are 3 of these for survivors and killers. Each one has their own specific one, and this will save your characters' cosmetics as well as their perks and items and add-ons and offerings. So you can have those preset, switch between them, have 3 for each character. So let's say you have one main build that you want to use all the time, you have one that you just want to mess around with and test, and you have one meme build, depending on how you want to play. So that's really cool that you get to have preset loadouts now. Also, they are going to be adding bonus incentives for matchmake queuing depending on what side is needed more. Meaning if there are more survivors than killers and the servers need more killers, they're going to offer, let's say, a 50% reward in bonus blood points, or whatever they tweak it to be, and vice versa if there are more killers than survivors. This way the players will know what to expect from the queue times, and if you want to make those queue times faster, go onto the side that needs more help. They also announced that you'll be able to browse menus while in queue. This doesn't mean when you're actually in the lobby. So while you're in queue, you should be able to browse menus such as going to the archives and checking out the store, that kind of stuff. Speaking of the archives, later in the year, they are going to update the archive to a completely different thing, which they didn't really discuss. However, you should be able to select 2 challenges from the archives now at the same time, one for the killer and one for the survivor. That way, if you switch from killer to survivor or survivor to killer, you won't have to go, oh, that's right, I forgot I have to change my challenge real quick, and so I got to drop out of the queue. So that's kind of cool. Also, it'll let you know how many days left are on for the current challenges in the tome. That'll be on the main menu. Also, when events happen, there'll be main menu timing event updates, so you'll be able to see that. Finally, they also said that they are going to be adding bots for custom matchmaking by the end of the year. So if you want to test out a killer, you can throw in some survivor bots if you don't have any friends to play with or no one's online. Or let's say you want to play a survivor and go up against the killer, they should be adding killer bots as well, just so you can test your looping and all that good stuff. They also announced that there'll be different different option modes, such as streamer and anonymous modes. This will block out user information and other information to allow streamers to have more control over what their viewers can see, as well as if you want to remain anonymous to what other people can see on who you play with. Now, everything here in this section is all about the art design and direction, and talks about how they come up with different outfits. But the main thing here is that they just announced that they're going to do a complete cosmetic line based on a famous anime known as Attack on Titan. That's right, there's going to be survivor and killer cosmetics based on the anime Attack on Titan. If you're a fan of the show, this is going to be great. We'll see how it plays out and how it fits thematically. They said that they're going to be basing it as if the characters in Dead by Daylight were in the world of Attack on Titan, rather than if the Attack on Titan were people of Dead by Daylight. So if you like that kind of stuff, look forward to it. They may do some more in the future. Maybe we'll have a Goku Dwight. Who knows? But yeah, that's the art section basically. All right, they continued on with discussing about the next DLC to come out. That is going to be the Roots of Dread to come out June 7th. As I said, the PTB is currently live. That has the Dredge Killer with the different abilities. It has the new Survivor as well as the new map, the Garden of Joy. It's going to be in its own realm. So if you haven't checked out the PTB, check it out. I'm not going to go into full detail about what's on the PTB. You can go in there, or you can view our patch notes video, because that goes more in depth. All right, now in this section, they talked about what's actually going to happen during the 6-year anniversary event. That's right, they're bringing back a yearly anniversary event, much like year 4 and 5. This will start on June 16th. This is going to be called the Twisted Masquerade. Now, it's going to be a lot of the same stuff that we've been used to. So instead of crowns, however, you are going to be looking for invitations to the masquerade on these pedestals. Their main theme is going to be that kind of cobalt blue that you've seen on the skull. There are going to be 12 different cosmetics that will be randomly given to you based on the amount of invitations that you get from the pedestals as killer or survivor. These are all going to be on original IP characters. None of them are going to be licensed. You're also going to have another special event tome. There's going to be 2 levels of that. There are going to be on this event tome not only individual player-based challenges, but there's also going to be community-based challenges that will unlock more stuff depending on how far the community gets. So if you want to get all of the cosmetics, you're going to want to participate in not only getting the invitations, but also completing the tome for yourself as well as the community challenges. There will bring back the daily discounted Shrine of Secrets. So instead of once a week, they're going to be resetting the Shrine of Secrets every day, and these are going to be at a discounted cost. During the event on the weekend, there is going to be a blood hunt, so get some bonus blood points for that. Remember, this is going to start June 16th, so they said this is going to be on the weekend of that event, as well as login rewards. Now, there will be 2 cosmetics that they didn't really say if it's going to be given away for free or if it's something you have to earn, but the new killer and new survivor for the DLC Roots of Dread, they're going to have cosmetics for the Twisted Masquerade, as these 2 characters are supposed to be the guests of honor. So look forward to that coming out June 16th. And then we'll get to the next section. All right, now in the next section, they talked about a dating sim that they are releasing. That's right, they're releasing a game called Hooked on You, which is a dating sim where you try and romance one of the killers in Dead by Daylight. You get to choose between the Trapper, the Wraith, the Huntress, and the Spirit. Each of them represents a different romantic subtype, and depending on your choices, will choose who your best partner is or who you choose to romance. The main character that you'll be playing is actually yourself. It won't be one of the survivors. This is more to look at who you are and what kind of relationships you're looking at, rather than to force you to play as somebody you're not. This will be on Steam later. It is in collaboration with the people who made Colonel Sanders dating sim. This may be released in the summer, so look out for it if that's what you're looking for. They did say this is not canon, so don't worry, this won't be part of the main story. All right, and the final thing that they announced is a sneak peek at possibly the chapter after this one, chapter 25, I believe, is going to be a second Resident Evil Project W. Enjoy.